like I said in the beginning, episode 5 and 6, we predicted the NFC and AFC standings. What we're going to do today, just kind of re-go over after the preseason. We think if anything's changed, if anyone's traded, additions, signings. I mean, a couple things have changed in 14 weeks. 5 and 6.
5 and 6. Okay.
So
I have to go back to this and find these again.
Honestly, I only had one change, but well talk about it. Which is crazy to think, but that's all that really changed for me. I have a couple comments, but
that's fine. I can tell you one thing. My NFC East is definitely changed.
We'll see.
I'm trying to get I forgot that I didn't. My copy and paste was not on point today.
No worries.
Why don't you start NFC and just go?
So I'll go NFC East just to start.
Okay, that's easy.
I'll just list them out and then we'll talk about each of them. So mine stayed the same. Eagles are gonna win it. Cowboys second. Commanders and Giants.
So mine's changed. It might be a hot take because I know
I feel like you're gonna have the Commanders higher.
Yeah. America's team is not gonna do anything this year. They are gonna win the Super Bowl every year.
Yeah.
And they don't ever win the Super Bowl.
I think they're better than the Commanders, but that's it.
It
wouldn't surprise me if the Commanders could be good.
The Commanders look like they're going to be really good. They also have new coach. Jaden McDaniels is going to be good. Mm-hmm. That defense is already good.
I think they have Brian Robinson as running back.
I think so.
He's pretty good.
That's correct. I think they're going to be fine. I think the Giants fall to last now.
Giants are just awful. There's just nothing.
Daniel Jones could still pop off and be like, yeah, I'm still a Pro Bowl, really good quarterback, but the rest of the team
you
around
lost
him.
Saquon.
Yeah, the rest of the team is just not there. I think the Eagles are just better. I think Washington is going to be a sleeper.
I feel like they're a team to watch.
I think
out of anybody, I would agree with that.
I think they're going to be
just because I feel like a lot of people are down on them after having such a rough year last year.
Yep.
That they're not expecting one quarterback to make that much of a change. But like you said, they've had a regime change.
Yep.
And I wouldn't count out Bobby Wagner on defense. Not that he's going to be good.
Yep.
But that leadership to bring that to a team.
Yeah, Super Bowl winner. Yep, I agree. The North, NFC North, mine didn't change.
Mine changed a little bit. Not
really.
Too much.
Detroit, Green Bay, Chicago, Minnesota. That was mine originally.
Wait, I had where to go? Detroit,
Green Bay.
Yes.
Bears,
Chicago,
Vikings.
Yeah. So I now agree with you.
Oh, because the injury like JJ.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's easy. That's not very hard to say anything to. I agree though. I think I think the Bears could be a sneaky wild card. Like Caleb Williams looks good.
Yeah.
Which I hate to say because but he looks good.
Yeah, that's the only one that's the only reason I moved the Bears up is
and the injury. Like it makes a big difference.
But really I think it's because Caleb Williams
Caleb Williams, in no disrespect, and I know that like obviously he's a higher pick. He would make JJ McCarthy look silly. Like Caleb Williams just looks like Caleb Williams might be the highest prospect in my opinion since Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
Like he looks that good.
Yeah, and I would say the thing with McCarthy is people knew it was going to take a couple years.
Yeah.
Because he is younger.
Yeah.
Yes, he played quite a bit, but he's 23, 22? I think he's 22. I think
McCarthy?
he's 22. Yeah, going to turn 23.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So
yeah, he's either like 21 or
you weren't expecting him to start right away. So
he looked good in his one game. He looked solid, but I still think most people would have liked him to sit either way.
Oh yeah, I would have liked him at least like 5 or 6
I don't think
games.
he would have though. I think if he was healthy going into this year, I think they start him.
And I think that's where you ruin like a guy like the Panthers quarterback. Bryce Young.
Bryce Young's just poop.
Well, he also just was dealt a horrible hand.
Yeah, I agree, but I think that you can handle it different in different situations. I think Bryce Young, people they thought he was going to come in and win them the Super Bowl. Yeah. I think if you ask a legit Minnesota fan, don't ask my stepdad, that they would win. Yeah. He'd be like, with JJ McCarthy healthy playing his rookie year, we're going to get 3 to 4 wins. Yeah, I think that's a super honest answer. You know, he's a rookie. He does have some good weapons, but it's growing pains, baby. Mm-hmm. Like the game's faster, everything's different. You know, and I think if you ask a crazy fan, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna be a playoff team." And it's like, no. JJ McCarthy is good. He's not that good. JJ McCarthy is gonna take a year or two to be really good,
and then he will be good.
Caleb Williams is gonna plug and play and be outrageous. He's gonna be unreal.
Yeah, I agree with you.
The South.
Mine say the same. Falcons, Buccaneers, and then you could flop. I don't really care. Saints, Panthers.
Mine flipped. I had Tampa first, but I'm going to give you the Falcons. Falcons, Tampa, Saints.
I mean,
Panthers.
you can listen to early in the podcast. I'm high on the Falcons right now.
Yeah, you're smoking something.
We'll see.
And the West, mine stayed the same. Niners, Rams, Hawks, Cardinals.
So the only thing it's the same from what I predicted, but I think the Seahawks will come in second. But it just makes me nervous with Stafford.
It makes me more nervous with Geno. Like I feel like Geno can
very
crumble.
good.
He looked good. No, I'm not saying he doesn't.
I'm not saying he doesn't.
I would just bet my money on
you're gonna if
Stafford
you're gonna
over
bet,
Geno.
you bet on Stafford over Geno,
100%,
but-
and that's where I'm like, that's where I'm betting. I think if the Rams make the playoffs, they could get to the Super Bowl, and it would not surprise me.
Yeah.
But them getting to the playoffs, I'm like, it's a stretch.
Yeah,
But
the
they're
only
that
thing
good.
I'll say with the Seahawks too is with Mike McDonald,
Yeah,
that defense is gonna be good.
it's
Got to be better than it was last year.
That's impossible. Yeah, no, duh. It was like
So,
28th last
It was
year.
horrible.
I think that the team will be better, but again, I think with any type of change, especially a full coaching staff,
yeah, it's either gonna mesh or not.
and
So
I don't.
it's
And
gonna
like
be, we'll see.
the offense, it's hard for me. Like what's his
Ryan
head?
Grubb.
Ryan Grubb looked like his scheme looks good, but again, it's preseason.
Mm-hmm.
The other team's defense is not there.
Yeah.
This is not what we're gonna play. We're not playing the nickel. We're trying different things. We're
Mm-hmm.
testing things out. Everyone's testing things.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree with you.
So that's where I look at the preseason. I'm like, I get what you're saying, but I'm also like, don't get too excited about it.
Yeah.
AFC, mine has changed.
The AFC East, mine's
Yep.
still the same. But I'm real nervous on this one because I don't know if I actually no, I'm changing it. So the AFC East
Live change right here, ladies and gentlemen.
I have to change
That's
it
fine.
because what I originally had the East was Jets, Bills, Dolphins, Patriots. I am now going to say Dolphins, Bills, Jets, Patriots.
Wow, you don't like the Bills? Wow, okay. I can't stand the Bills. I think the Bills are so overrated. But I have Miami, and then I have Buffalo, then the Jets, and the Patriots. The Jets, I'm there. Like I like them. I think the defense is loaded. But literally,
Rodgers
if
makes me
Rodgers
nervous.
pulls a pinky
There's
toe,
nothing.
the season's over.
Yeah, Brees
Like,
Hall's good, but
It's all. It's not like all on his shoulders, but like if
It
he's
kinda
healthy,
is.
it makes a
Yeah.
huge big difference. So I agree. And Miami looks stupid good.
Drake Mays is not there yet.
No,
So
dude, the
that
Patriots,
are just
Patriots are
they're
gonna be
just not
terrible.
there.
Patriots are gonna be terrible. Let's do the North.
So mine stays the same, and I'm surprised I did this earlier, but
Mine
what I
stayed the same,
had
too.
was Ravens,
No, mine did not
Bengals,
change.
Browns, Steelers, and I still like the pick for the Steelers because I just think they're gonna have issues at quarterback.
I changed mine. So
So-
my original was Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns. I have just changed the Steelers and Browns. I think Pittsburgh, watching their quarterback kind
It
of
just hasn't
struggles.
been good,
Yeah, I just think that they're just going to be a last place team. I
and
think
it
so.
sucks because I think the rest of the team's good.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's a lot like the Jets situation
Mm-hmm.
where you have Russell Wilson in his prime. That's scary.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a scary team.
I agree. And
But-
the Justin Fields has it in him. He's just not playing it very well. The Central, whatever it is, the South.
South.
Sorry, excuse me.
South.
Mine changed just a little bit. I just swapped the Colts and Jags in the middle. So mine
Okay.
now is Houston, Jacksonville, Indianapolis, Tennessee.
So I'm still the same, but I had Texans, Colts, Jaguars, Titans. The only reason I picked the Colts is I think Anthony Richardson is better than Trevor Lawrence.
Whoa!
That's my hot take.
No shot. You can't say that. He came off of an injury, and Trevor
That's my
Lawrence
hot
is
take.
legit. No, I can't. I will not agree with that.
So that
Richardson
is what I
hasn't done
picked.
anything since Florida.
Yep.
He literally came in and threw the ball once and got injured.
Well, and then
He had as good of a year last year as Aaron Rodgers.
no.
Yeah.
And then Will Levis he's fine, but he's not that good. So the
Titans are just not that good.
Yeah.
The Jaguars are just going to be better. I'm sorry.
We'll see.
I'm going to have to disagree with that one.
But CJ Stroud,
Houston
Going
has
strong.
Houston's division to lose. That division is so bad.
I'm so excited for them. I want them to
And
be
then
so bad.
the West. Mine changed. I have
I
to do it.
still I have one thing I'm not going to change it. It's going to kind of bite at me a little bit, but Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, Broncos are going to fight. I think Knicks is going to be a little bit better than we expect.
I agree.
But I think Minshew just might sneak it out. I think he has enough weapons that he can be like, we'll see. But I don't think they're going to go anywhere
jersey up
crazy.
here pretty soon.
I
Don't
feel
worry.
like he's
It's on
going
its
to be like a
way.
little squirmy guy.
He knows how to win. I'm telling people.
yeah.
Like he figures it out most of the time. Kansas City. I have the Raiders in second. That is not fully because of Minshew. I do love Minshew.
It's mostly. I feel like the Chargers are in a
I
rebuilding
think
year, so it's
the
kind
Chargers
of
are just weird.
that's what hurts because I think Herbert's really good.
Way
Jim
better.
Harbaugh's super good,
100%.
but they
They're
don't
just-
have the weapons
They're
yet.
in such a weird spot.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all.
I think the Raiders are just a more built team. I think they have more average players. Like a Minshew is much more average than a Herbert. But
But
20
he has
average players
weapons.
over 3 really good players, I think is what you get. I agree. I think the Broncos are going to be a lot better than people think. I think Sean Payton's an amazing coach. I think Bo Nix has been amazing in the preseason.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah, I think their ceiling is third, but that's a
fine.
lot bigger than we were expecting. We were expecting like a 2-win team.
I would say in everything, I would think that the Broncos might be the worst team in football fighting with Carolina.
Yeah.
And
But
maybe
they
the
could be a
Giants.
surprise. Like that's what I'm like.
100%.
I don't know.
I agree.
But yeah, so that's kind of the podcast.
Yeah, we got our verses and our weeks and everything like that.
We covered
This is
quite a bit.
This is a long one today. My hair's all over the place. I'm getting stressed out.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching the Kind of Athletic podcast. Please make sure to like and subscribe on all of our social medias, and we will see you next week.